Hello, Fiedelbogen here. To my fellow workers in the vineyard, worldwide, greetings. Feminism wants power and control. What are we really saying here? We are saying that feminism, as a competing cultural worldview, wants to crush the competition. After all, isn't that what competitors do? Crush each other? To put it simply, feminism and its supporters have a feminist story to tell, and they want everybody to learn this story. However, that is only the beginning. You see, not only do they want everybody to learn their feminist story, they also want everybody to believe their story and live their story and finally become their story in flesh and blood. Effectively, they want their feminist story to become the story of everybody's life. Yes, your life too. So that is what we mean when we say that feminism wants power and control. For there is no greater power and control than the power to say what reality is and to build a system of control upon this power. It is the ultimate power and control. When you've got it all, because all other forms of power and control will fall into your hands like ripe fruit. There is nothing quite like power and control over the hearts and minds of the general population, and such is the power and the control which feminism seeks. It is the ultimate power and the ultimate control, for you don't simply tell people what to think and then come down hard if they take exception. No, you control the entire frame of understanding from the ground up. And you do this so radically that people not only can't talk against you, they can't even think against you. Now, that's what I call power and control. That's what I call crushing the competition. And that is what feminism, as a competing cultural worldview, aims to accomplish. Would you like to know how deep this feminist power and control actually runs? Why, it runs so deep that insurgency is part of the establishment. They've got it wired 47 ways from Friday. Any argument or debate with them becomes an argument or debate on their terms, within their language, within their categories. When feminism becomes the story of everybody's life, every move in everybody's life becomes part of the feminist story. Briefly, feminism is the biggest control freak the world has ever seen. Yes, even resistance to feminism becomes part of the feminist story. Whether we like it or not, and whether we know it or not, we become actors in the feminist script. We may be good or bad actors, heroes or villains, but we are actors all the same in a movie that somebody else wrote. And no matter the part we play, we activate the feminist script and validate the feminist story. So, our mission is looking rather simple, wouldn't you say? Our mission is to fracture the feminist script and break out of the feminist story. We would need to do this in a radical way, at least commensurate to the radicalness which feminism used in the first place when it hoisted its story on the world. Did they reason with us stage by stage and persuade us nicely to adopt each stage as they went along? No, they simply drew up a model of reality declared that here was the truth of life by which all would set their compasses, and that was that. Thereafter, they set about infusing this into the culture from many directions by an orchestrated array of methods and without properly consulting the majority of humankind at any point. They made their story the official version of reality, sanctioned in many cases by state power itself. The feminist revolution was simply a violation, a rupture, a breakage, a discontinuity, an abrupt transition that was imposed upon the world without permission. The non-feminist revolution is similar, but in reverse. They who impose shall be imposed on. They who break shall suffer breakage. And that's the breaks. You see, in breaking out of the feminist story, we not only break out of it for ourselves, we break it all together for everybody. The price of our liberation from an odious thing is the destruction of a thing beloved to others. And that's the breaks. This, my friends, is the law by which we operate. Are we looking for power and control? You bet we are. Any healthy human being wants power and control, as opposed to no power and being controlled. Yeah. Am I right about this? Very well. We seek only autonomy. So clearly we seek power and control, since that is a prerequisite. So, as non-feminist men and women, we take back the power that was thefted from us. The power to tell our own stories, to define our own experience, to give names to things. And that includes the power to give the name feminism to things, with or without feminist approval. In other words, we take back our voice. Every bit of it. Feminism will scoot over and make room for us, and in so doing shall be forced to coexist with everything that is not feminism. In other words, everything which feminism, cannot control. Yet, ominously, when this happens, it will spell the end of feminism altogether. There is no help for that. You see, by merely existing, and by refusing to go away, we are the pin which explodes the feminist balloon. I expect we'll get quite a bang out of this. I invite one and all to join in the fun. Fiedelbogen out.